Hey guys, welcome back. So today we are going to be discussing the 5 reasons singlehood should be celebrated and not shamed. So reason number 1 is when you are single, you have the time to focus on self-development and self-discovery. There are so many people who have no clue who they are. And when you are single, you have all the time in the world to focus on this aspect. You have the time to go out there and discover yourself from top to bottom. Discover what you like. Discover what you don't like. Discover what you like to do. Discover who you are. You have that time to invest in yourself. Invest in your education. Invest in everything that's going to make you become your best self. Self-discovery is so important because if you don't know who you are, you're not going to know what makes you happy, and then you're not going to be able to give that to another. So when you are single, you have that time to focus on that self-development. Get into who makes you who you are and what lights you up and fuels you from the inside out. So reason 2 is when you are single, you learn how to be independent. You learn how to rely on your own 2 feet and learn how to make sound decisions for yourself. You learn how to go out there and live on your own. You learn how to pay your rent. You learn how to pay a mortgage. You learn how to get your first car. You learn how to pay your insurance. You learn how to rely on you. Pay all your own bills. Pay your credit cards. Pay your light bill. And learn what it is to manage finances. You learn what it is to get up on time to go to work. You have nobody to do that but you. You learn what it is to, cook for yourself. You learn what it is to cook. You learn what it is to meal prep. So everything is on you, and it gives you this sense of fulfillment. There's nothing more beautiful than being able to say, I did that on my own. And you know when push comes to shove that you have you to rely on. You know that you can do it. You know that you can push through any barrier. You know that you're able to manage anything that comes your way because you learn how to do it all on your own. Reason 3 is you have that time to focus on finances and your career. When you are single, you are the only person you have to think about. You're the only person that is a priority. You're the only person that is number 1. So you have that time to build your finances. You have that time to build your career, to get to where you want, to focus on that dream, to focus on that goal, to focus on what lights you up and the passion that's within your heart and make it come into fruition. A lot of people run into relationships, they rush into marriages and engagements and having a baby because they think they're running out of time, and then when they get there, it's like, and then there's an issue. And you have one partner who's not financially grounded and doesn't know how to manage finances, and then you have another partner who is financially grounded, and that causes nothing but issues in a marriage or a relationship. So when you are single, you have that time to build that financial security for yourself. It is for you and only for you. And you know that if you don't get into a relationship later on or you choose not to marry, you know that you can rely on you and you can do it for yourself. You don't need to wait around for Prince Charming or the Princess of Rome to come and rescue you. You want that house, you go out and get it. You want that condo, you go out and get it. There's something else that you want, you're able to go out and supply for yourself. You're not relying on anyone else. When you are single, you have that time to cultivate the financial security that you want. When you're single, you also have that time to cultivate the career that you want. So many people rush into jobs and then they just settle for a job. When you're single, you don't have to settle for anything. You have that time. So take your time to go towards that career that lights you up, that fuels you, that actually brings fulfillment to your soul and makes you truly and utterly happy. You know that you don't have to run towards anything. You know you don't have to settle for anything. And you know that you don't have to settle for a job just for monetary value. You should want more than that. And when you're single, you have the time to focus on that and go towards that. You don't have to settle for just a job, but you can actually create a career, a fulfilling career that you're gonna love for years and years and years to come. Reason 4 is when you are single, you have the time to truly concentrate on healing past wounds, childhood wounds, traumas, heartbreaks, disappointments. That's what you should be doing when you're single, right? That's the time to truly be with self and learn how to just get over those past disappointments, past hurt, and truly heal yourself from the inside out, not just from the outside, not just masking into other relationships and into other people, because a lot of people do that. They have all these wounding and they're afraid to be alone. But when you are truly single and you're proud being single, then you don't have to hide behind another relationship. You don't have to mask that. You have all the time to focus on you and heal whatever internally needs healing. You know, so many people don't do that. They run from themselves. They're afraid to be still. They're afraid to be single. They're afraid to be alone. And because of that, there's so many people who have all these inner wounds that never truly healed. They never allow time to heal. They jump into one relationship to another, and all those wounds always have a way of projecting and manifesting themselves outside. So when you're single, you know you have all that time to heal yourself and focus on you. Reason 5 is when you are single, you have all the time in the world for self-care and making yourself a priority. You truly learn what it is to love yourself unconditionally. When you are single, you can do that. You can do it, and you can do it properly. So many people don't know what it is to truly love themselves. And so many people think that they do love themselves, but they love themselves in the exterior. They love themselves from their ego. When you truly, truly love yourself, you know that you don't tolerate any disrespect. You learn how to have appropriate boundaries. You learn how to have appropriate standards. And anybody who doesn't meet those standards, you're like, okay, well that's not gonna work for me. So you learn, if you truly cannot fill your cup, you cannot truly fill another's. You need to be able to fill your cup to the max, to the point that it's overflowing. That's when you truly know that you can give to another. So self-care is not only about how you take care of yourself on the outside, it's also about the treatment that you allow and the people that you allow into your energy. And when you're single, you truly have the time to focus on that. You truly have the time to evaluate other individuals and see if you're making yourself a priority. Are you a priority with every relationship you have? You learn how you have to give to you first. And you know when you make yourself a priority, everyone benefits from it, from your career to your job to your family to your friends. Everyone you come into relationship with will know how much you value yourself, and that's going to show from the inside, and it's going to illuminate all the way out to the outside. And so those are my 5 top reasons of why singlehood should be celebrated and not shamed. In this day and age, if you hear that someone's single, automatically people think that there's something wrong with you, or they try to shame you in a certain way. They want to know why you're single, like there's something wrong with it. They want to know what's wrong with you, because obviously there got to be something wrong with you. Meanwhile, majority of the people who are in relationships are miserable, and the reason why is because they never really took the time to focus on themselves, to develop themselves, to develop their best life. They rush into relationships thinking they're running out of time, and what they do is rush into disappointment and setbacks. So it shouldn't be shamed when you are single. If you are single and waiting for that beautiful, wonderful person to come into your life and add to it, there should never be anything wrong with that. And that is something that this society needs to stop. If you wanted to be single for the rest of your life, that is a decision that you need to make for you. You have to live for you and not for the expectations of others. You learn when you are single that you don't have to settle. You learn when you are single that you can do it on your own. You learn when you are single how to love and be complete with yourself. Learn how to value yourself. If you're single, you learn how to get comfortable with self. You learn how to get comfortable with yourself. Learn how to have standards. So there is nothing wrong with being single and loving it and doing life right. And when you finally go towards a relationship, you do it as a whole person, as a person who filled their own cup. And you learn that you're choosing this person because of want and not need. You're choosing this person because you love them and you want to grow with them, and you know that you're not choosing them out of loneliness. Because when you are single, you learn how to be by yourself. And because of those reasons, because you took that time to be single, because you took that time to explore and live life and focus on you and focus on your career and focus on developing financial security and focusing on making yourself a priority, focusing on traveling and seeing the world and focusing on dating and living your life, and you focused on fun and making those great memories with family and friends. When you finally get into a relationship, you never feel like you settled. You never feel like you truly missed out on anything, because you lived your life and you lived it on your terms, not anybody else's terms. And you did not settle. When you finally say, okay, I'm ready to settle down, if that's what you choose to do, you know that you're coming from a wholesome, fully developed place, and that you're ready for the next chapter of your life. And that's the way it it should be. And never let anyone tell you or make you feel bad or make you feel embarrassed because you choose to live the best life and you are waiting for that healthy partnership that you know is out there. That person to value you, right? Not devalue you and not take away from your life. You want someone who's gonna add to your life. You want someone who's gonna add life to you. Someone who sees life through your eyes. You wanna see life through a similar viewpoint. And if you haven't found that, then you stay single. And there's nothing wrong with that. Never let someone else tell you there is. Wait for that person who is worth waiting for. So guys, that is all I have for you today. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. My face is gonna pop up somewhere around here. So if you want to become part of my tribe, definitely subscribe. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.